We are making some ceviche today. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is LaFitVegana channel. My name is Daisy. First and foremost, before jumping into the video, I really want to thank everyone for all your love and support for my first video, and I'm really happy that it was very impactful for some of you and for all the questions that I got. So thank you for all your support. So yeah, getting started with the video for today. I really wanted to make like a recipes video because generally that's what I love to do. I love to veganize things that I normally would eat before I went vegan slash plant-based. I'm gonna be making some ceviche, my favorite. Bam. It looks like this. But again, like I mentioned, this is super easy to make. Very little ingredients needed to make the recipe, and it's really delicious in my opinion. So go ahead and try it. Make the ceviche with me if you'd like as you're watching this video. And before we get started on the video, and something that I do want to do as part of all my videos is kind of, I don't want to say promote, but in a way promote or help out by sharing you know, small Black and brown owned businesses. And for that reason, I'm wearing the shirt that I'm wearing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up so you guys can see it. This is my shirt. I cropped it just because I liked my shirts cropped. But I actually bought this shirt from a small business in LA, and I think they're based in Duarte, California. And it's called SoulThreadz LA. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave their info down below in the description box and also insert a little clip here. But I just really appreciate their vision, and again appreciate, you know, the shirts and the content that they share. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight them in this video. And again, like I mentioned, I'll leave all their information in the description box. Yeah, that's a little bit of what I wanted to share, and that's something that I'll probably continue to be doing in all my videos. And no, it is not sponsored. I do not receive a code with them. I don't receive any monetization in any form, and I don't necessarily want to. I want to genuinely do it for companies and small businesses that I genuinely love, and that their ethics and morals really align with mine and my vision. So yeah, without further ado, now we can get started with the ceviche video. So for the ingredients, I am using some Valentina, 2 cans of garbanzos, using sea salt, but you can use any salt that you like. I'm using a small bunch of cilantro, a cucumber, 5 limes, limones, and 1 yellow limon, and 3 tomatoes, 3 serrano peppers, half an aguacate, half an onion, and of course, optional, but some tostadas. And next, we're gonna go ahead and start with the garbanzos. I'm using canned garbanzos, but it's optional if you want to use freshly cooked garbanzos. And I'm just rinsing them and pouring them into the bowl. And I think I'm using 2 cans for this recipe, and that should be enough for maybe 4 to 5 servings, depending on how much someone eats. And then the next step is you're just gonna smash the garbanzos. I would definitely recommend to use something different. I used a fork, but because I didn't have anything else. And you're just gonna continue smashing until you get the consistency and texture that you like. I don't like mashing it up too much. I still like some whole garbanzos in there. And the next step is we're gonna cut up half of the limes and 1 lemon. So I'm cutting up 2 limones here and 1 yellow lemon. And I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this into the garbanzos that I just mashed up. And this will just allow the garbanzos to soak in the lemon for much longer. And we'll also be adding some more lime and limon at the very end of the recipe. And this part is highly optional, but I love spicy food. So I am gonna go ahead and add 2 to 3 serranos. You can use jalapenos if you like. If you don't like spicy foods, I recommend not adding this in. But I just personally think it gives it so much more flavor. So I'm adding in 2 to 3 serranos here. And now the next ingredient we're gonna add is la cebolla, the onion. I love onion. If you know me, I can eat it grilled, I can eat it raw, but I thought I was gonna use the entire onion because I just love onion like that. But after cutting about half of it, I realized it was gonna be a bit too much, so I'm only using half an onion for this recipe. And you want to go ahead and just make sure that when you're cutting the onion, you're cutting them into like small little cubes. Because if you do them too big, I feel like, again, the flavor just doesn't even out in the entirety of the plate. And then you just go ahead and add it on the ceviche. And for the cucumber, of course, you want to make sure you wash it beforehand. It is completely optional if you want to leave the peels on. I know a lot of people, just eat the cucumber in its entirety, but I just prefer to peel it. So right here I am peeling it. And also just make sure that when you are cutting it, again, same thing with the cebolla, just cut it into small little cubes. That way you don't have like big nasty chunks of pepino in the ceviche. And then I did have 2 cucumbers in the beginning, but again, for this recipe I'm only using 1, just because after cutting 1 I realized it was going to be a bit too much. And now for the cilantro, of course, again, you want to make sure you wash it. This is optional, but every time I wash it, I like to pat it dry either with a paper towel or a reusable towel. So go ahead and just, soak it up. For me, the easiest way to cut up cilantro is to roll it up in a bunch and then just chop your way through all the little stems and all the little leaves. And I just continue doing that until, again, I get small chunks of the cilantro instead of like large ones. And the last vegetable we're adding before we mix it all up is the tomato. And again, similar thing, just make sure you cut up the tomato into small little cubes. For me, it's easiest just to do little rueditas first and then cut them vertically and horizontally until I get the desired little cube size. And then of course, you're just gonna go ahead and add it onto the plate. Once all of the vegetables and all of the ingredients are added onto the plate, you're gonna go ahead and want to mix it before adding in the last 2 ingredients, which is the salt and the rest of the limon. And for the salt, honestly, I don't really measure the salt that I put in any of my recipes. I kind of just, like my mom says, tantearle. But for this recipe, I did use 1 teaspoon. And now this is the part where you add the rest of your limones. I had 3 left, but in my opinion, I would honestly add maybe like 2 more. But I'm going ahead and just squeezing the rest of it onto the ceviche. And I'm using just my hands, but honestly, it would have been a lot easier if I used an exprimidor or lemon squeezer, whatever you call it. And then at the very end, you're just gonna mix it all in together. And voila! This is the vegan ceviche. Super delicious, super good. And of course, the last step, very essential step. If you don't eat it with tostadas, I know a lot of people also eat it with saltine crackers, saladitas, but I just personally prefer the tostadas. And then for the last step, of course, I'm putting the aguacate on top, or the avocado. And basically after this, you're just gonna add as much Valentina as you want. Again, as I mentioned, I love spicy, so I'm adding my Valentina on there. Now it is time to try it. I have my tostada right here. This is gonna fall as soon as I put it. I already know. Whoopsie. It all fell. But it's so good. I like when that happens, so I'm a little spiced out. The Valentina. I'm just gonna show you all. I finished it all. Nope, nothing left. Well, as you can probably tell, that ceviche was really good. As I mentioned, I love ceviche. I can eat it winter, summer, fall, spring, Christmas, all seasons. All seasons. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and support your girl. And as I already mentioned, go support SoulThreadz LA. Get yourself this shirt. Really cute. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.